Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia. Welcome to the start of a new story mode campaign here in Dynasty Warrior 8 Extreme Legend, as we'll jump in with the story of Shu. Now, as we begin this new game, we're going to stay on normal difficulty. There's a couple of reasons for this. We played normal for the Lu Bu campaign because I haven't played Dynasty Warriors for a long time and I didn't want to embarrass myself. But after playing through that story mode, I feel like we don't actually need to increase the difficulty to experience the game, because I'm not here, trying to prove myself by playing Ultimate, and even if we move up to hard to unlock the opportunity to get those special level 5 and level 6 weapons in some of these stages, I feel like it would just slow down the pacing of the game, as some of the generals will just have way too much health, and we will also have our characters starting out from level 1 instead of level 25, which was the starting level for Lu Bu in his story mode. So things will be a little bit harder for us, so to keep up the pace, we're gonna stick to normal here, and we'll go enjoy the story. Now, near the end of the Eastern Han Dynasty, the long-standing rule of the Han Imperial Court was on the decline. The high-handed policies of the eunuchs and the relatives of the emperor ran unchecked, causing people to become fed up with the bureaucracy. With everyone suffering, sad, and filled with outrage, it seemed as though there was no hope for the future. In the midst of this situation, Zhang Jia, the leader of the Way of Peace, led his followers in a rebellion here. Instantly, the movement spread to the far corners of the land, and the uprising took control rapidly. It would later become known as the Yellow Turban Rebellion. In response, the Imperial Court formed an army in order to suppress these rebels. Numerous warlords from around the land answered the call to arm. Among them were 3 men who rose in unison. Liu Bei, claiming to be a descendant of loyalty, was a man who lamented the suffering of the people. Accompanying him were Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, 2 powerful warriors that served as his sworn brothers. With the age undergoing such massive change, these men stepped forth onto the battlefield. And our very first stage will be the Yellow Turban Rebellion. We're starting all the way from the start of the Three Kingdom period, or the trigger point of the decline of the Han. And we get to pick between these 3 brothers who are iconic for the Shu faction, of course. Now, before we jump into this one, I think it's fitting that we start with Liu Bei from these 3, since we are playing Shu story mode. So let's grab him. As you can see here, we are starting out from level 1, whereas we will start out from level 25, so that will make things a little bit more difficult. However, we should have better gear, because Lu Bu did the farming for us. We have one that not only is 3 stars, which is not super high, but have very high elements. So level 8 Frenzy, level 8 Harmony, level 9 Chain. Pretty cool, we'll definitely use it. And our second weapon cannot be this one because they have the same elements. We can probably end up using this. It's not as good, but yeah, it will have to work. We can obviously use a different weapon, but we're going to try to stick to favorite weapons of the generals on this run. Increase crit. Do we want to increase XP to level up quickly? Not sure. I like items dropping. A lot of Musu will help speed things up. Increase your attack range. Let's just take a standard attack increase and damage against enemy officers. Alright, so I think we're ready here. Let's jump into it.
I must realize my ambition to serve the people.
Come on! You can do better than that!
But they're mere peasants, driven to this by starvation, pain, and suffering. How can we just...
Well, if you're that soft, you won't be able to keep the vow you just made.
Indeed. Now that we are sworn brothers, you need greater strength of spirit. Yes, you are right. We are unified in intent and in life.
With our might.
And our honor, we shall end this chaos. Let us go, my sworn brothers. We must defeat the leader
All right,
of the Yellow Turban.
and we're jumping into things. And obviously the version here that the game is using is the Romance of the Three Kingdoms version. We don't actually know historically if Liu Bei and Zhang Fei Guan Yu participated in most of the Yellow Turban Rebellion efforts. I mean, they definitely fought against them. They raided some militia, but you got to think about these guys as, you know, local militia forces that are just volunteers. So they're not going to number, you know, with a lot of men. So they're not going to participate in big scale fights like this. Maybe, you know, local resistance against Yellow Turban, but that's about it. But obviously you can't have them, you know, doing that in Romance of Three Kingdoms, so you pretty much have them participating in all the major battles. You know, when Lu Zhi got sacked, they were there. When Huang Fuzong took over, they were there. When Dong Zhuo couldn't handle things, they were there. But in reality, that's probably not the case. Liu Bei was probably pretty active around the area slightly north of Pingyuan, in between where Yuan Shao and Gong Sun Zan would be. And as for Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, so Liu Bei is the one claiming his, you know, royalty. Guan Yu is a fugitive on the run, so he committed murder when he was a juvenile, and he was in prison. He had to change his name and escape. So Guan Yu was not his birth name. Well, actually, technically, it's not that he changed his birth name. No one would know his birth name. He would change his courteous name. So Yun Chang is something that he changed after he was a convict. And when he met up with Liu Bei many years after he committed those crimes and escaped his hometown, he not only has changed his name, but also his occupation. He was a bean salesman. He was a peddler. And he traveled, well, this is all Romance of Three Kingdoms. We're not talking history here. He traveled to where Liu Bei and Zhang Fei were and met up with them. Liu Bei and Zhang Fei were actually, you know, resident of the town that they were in. Zhang Fei being actually, Lu Zhi, that's our teacher, by the way.
I'm pulling back for now.
And Zhang Fei was also from the town that Liu Bei is from. And Zhang Fei was a rich boy. Zhang Yan, the leader of the Black Mountain Bandits, which started out as a Yellow Turban group. After the rebellion fell, they became full-time bandits.
This chaos will help establish my name throughout the land.
See, unlike Liu Bei, Cao Cao at this time had, you know, a wealthy father.
We should split up our forces here. Zhang Fei and I will head to the east. Guan Yu.
Liu Bei was selling straw sandals.
Okay, sure thing. The Imperial Force's main unit lies to the east.
Somebody help us! We're being
He
attacked by the Yellow Turban. This is the finishing blow.
Now He Yi would be in like the second wave of the rebellion. Maybe he participated in the first one, but, you know, not a prominent figure. Most of the prominent figures died.
There are people suffering from this chaos right here before us. What good are our aspirations for the land if we cannot save them?
We're supposed to save people?
That man known as Cao Cao. He is an impressive fighter.
Huang
I
Shao.
imagine him to be what people refer to as a true hero. Move forward.
Heavens, hear me now! Introduce them to your most powerful gatekeeper.
Zhang Bao. one of the three brothers, probably using his magic. Always some sort of magic.
What? A gate of fire and a gate of ice? How can we get past them?
Now, how do I save those
Hear me
peasants?
now. Use your freezing winds to repel these invaders.
I want to go back a little bit. Ally forces are not going to make it past these walls without me.
It's raining ice!
I want to go back to the middle.
Simply amazing. I'll be happy to let you take charge next battle.
Oh, we just killed 100?
Hey, you're tearing them up, brother.
Oh yeah, back to that. So yeah, the Oath of the Peach Garden, you know, the famous place where the three brothers, you know, became Oathhorns. That should be, you know, Zhang Fei's estate. Zhang Fei was a butcher, and, you know, selling meat or having meat at the time is an impressive feat. So Zhang Fei was definitely portrayed, you know, as this brute in a lot of media, but even going by the Romance of the Three Kingdoms version of him, he would definitely be a wealthy man. And definitely educated. You know, he would, of all three, would probably be, you know, the most educated man out of the three of them. Liu Bei went to school, but I think even records show he wasn't a good student under Lu Zhi.
You've got some nerve.
Peasants! We're here to save peasants! That's right.
While I'm having fun.
Thank you so much. Finishing blow. You truly are a kind person to come to our rescue like this.
No problem. Alright, rescue the
Believe
peasants.
they made it through the gates. We must use even
Cao Cao
more
actually made it
powerful
through the
sorcery to
gates.
deal with them.
Alright, it's okay. I can loop back out.
Please, I would like for you to have this.
Oh, got something. What do we get? A treasure.
We've managed
Very
to save
vague.
these people suffering from the chaos. This is the path we should be following.
Zhang Fei's on that side. Liu Pi is our ally in the future. He has an uprising in, I think, Nanyang during the Guandu campaign, and Liu Bei actually went to help Liu Pi in that area. Yes, Liu Bei and Yellow Turbans working together was a thing.
The Yellow Turban's base of operations is being protected by some strange sorcery. However,
Oh, can't jump
we
down
have
this.
come too far to stop now. If we stop the sorcery, then the sorcery should
Come
end
on.
with him. We must assist our allies
Oh.
advance.
I'm just gonna go for the sorcerer. That's usually how you end these things. Oh, Guo Tai. Guo Tai was actually prominent during this first wave of Yellow Turban rebellions. He defended, I believe, Nanyang against Zhu Jun and Sun Jian. Zhao Hong. So where's this? He Man, let's kill him first. I'm trying to think who killed He Man in Romance. My memory is Yu Jin, but I'm not sure if that's right. Oh, Musu, right, we haven't tried our Musu. Okay,
Going back for now.
pretty good AoE attack.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Zhang Bao, almost dead. Oh, Zhang Bao died.
You've defeated my brother. In that case, I shall be your opponent.
Okay, we missed out on killing Zhang Bao. Our allies are too strong in this one.
Simply amazing. I'll be happy to let you take charge next battle.
Came here just at the right time. You certainly know how to fight.
Alright, we ended the magic. Who's that ahead?
You're
Sun
going to
Zhong?
face me. Step forward.
Lesser known. Like Zhao Hong, Bo Cai are people who like vaguely remember them existing in Romance of the Kingdom.
Shall be defeated.
I'm pulling back for now.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Ooh, that's a cool combo. Yeah, lightning summons lightning. Who's using magic now? Oh, Zhang Liao. Let's try the target at Musu. No, that's still the same one, isn't it? Let me try it. Oh, I won't have one Musu bar? I just noticed that. Oh, we countered him.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall
Right,
fail.
this is another thing. We're level 1. I really like this lightning move.
Sorcery has stopped. Only Zhang Zhao remains. All units advance.
See, He Jin would never be on the battlefield. The Emperor gave him the Imperial Army, but the Imperial Army's job is to defend the capital,
Just watching you.
not to travel north to end the rebellion. That's Lu Zhi's job. Lu Zhi did a heck of a job.
I'm going to
张曼城
have your head.
Amazing. We cannot succeed without you.
Zhang Fei, you went the other way, my brother. But you left one alive.
Hey, you're tearing them up, brother.
Maybe we can get him. Yuan Shao, okay.
Shall be defeated. You sure know how to fight.
This is the finishing blow.
I think everyone's just at Zhang Jiao's place. Ooh, look at those Taoist little scrolls. The yellow ones make a lot of sense. The black and red ones don't really make a lot of sense. I mean, even if you have like a blood scroll, you wouldn't be writing it. That's like, where do you get black paper? That just doesn't exist during this time. Yobei's actually pretty nifty. Ooh, there's a lot of enemies on that side. The question is, would Zhang Jiao die if I don't show up? Probably. Look at him, he's surrounded. So I'm not gonna go back and chase kills. We're just gonna end this right here.
Our teachings are the light that shall lead the world.
Let's activate this. Try this Musu out.
Allow you to interfere.
What kind of light creates chaos and causes the people to suffer? I shall make you pay for your
You would kill me and persecute my children. You believe that will bring back your lost heaven, perhaps?
Huh?
I know nothing of heaven. Nor do I wish to cut you down or hurt your people. Causing discord is a crime. But the human heart can both forgive and atone for such acts. You preach the way of peace. Cast aside violence and lead the people with your heart.
Oh, my lord! You are a great man indeed. I see now that I am meant to follow your teachings.
Oh, yes. I never thought of it like that.
Ha! How naive!
No, this is the way. Look at the happy faces of the people.
Wow, that's great! Wonderful! Well, you might be right. Ha!
Our sworn brother has taken the first step on his long journey.
And guess we took our first step on our long journey. And we're going to end our episode here. We'll come back next time and continue this story mode. So until then, bye!